Welcome to Mr. Jugendarbeit, to our German-speaking channel on youth ministry, today with subtitles, because with me here is Blain Hogan. He used to work as the creative director at Willow Creek. Hey Blain, and you also, and this is super interesting, he also worked as a cast member of Prison Break. Can you share a bit about that?
Yeah, I mean, I was on the first season, and I was one of the young prisoners in the prison.
How did you get into that show?
I was acting in Chicago, and the prison that they were using was very close to the city of Chicago, and so they just employed a lot of Chicago actors. And so there came an audition for someone that, you know, looked like me, or they needed someone that was my type, and I went in for an audition, and then went in for a callback, and the next thing I knew, I was in prison.
Would you like to share maybe one or two things that young leaders in churches today could do differently?
In the States, we have a phrase called "you are a tool."
Mm-hmm.
Is that a phrase that translates?
Oh yeah, that translates.
For those of you who are feeling like you are a tool, and that maybe, I don't want to go so far as being used, it can often feel that way. And so I think I want to just encourage you to say that, one, you're not alone. 2, you're not a tool, and 3, you are a human, and made in the image of God, and you were made to be creative. You were made to create. And the other thing I think is extremely important, especially when you are dealing with youth, is that they can sense if you're being authentic, you're being real with them, or if you're holding something back. Maybe there's some things that you're struggling with that you need to confess to others, to friends, to your own leaders. And not at all in a sense of shame, but in a sense of openness. Something that my wife always says is free people, free people. Mm-hmm. And so you're wanting to change the world, and you're wanting to unleash youngsters out into the world so that they can do the same thing. But if you're going to ask them to make decisions for Christ, or to share their darkness, or share their secrets, or to be free themselves, I honestly don't feel that you're in a position to do that until you are engaged in the process yourself. And I'm not saying that you need to have finished it. I just spoke to a number of thousand people, and I still continue to struggle to be free in lots of areas of my life. But free people. And the more that you yourself can be a free person, to be a better human than the people that you're leading, I think they'll gravitate towards that. They want that. They want your honesty. They want your authenticity. They want to know that they're not alone as well. And that's a gift that you get to offer them, is your own story.
Thank you, Blain. That's amazing.
Danke.